Culture, welcome, Gokdina, welcome everybody. I just thought I would do a video newsletter, a video Imbas dispatch, another card pull for this week because I'm going to be away actually the next couple of weeks. So yeah, I just thought it would be a nice point of connection this week, and particularly in the run up to the summer solstice. So yeah, just feeling the flame, the fire of the summer solstice. I'm going to light our candle just to open up our space. And, we've been doing this Celtic Solar Ritual the past few days. So we started it on Friday the 13th. So, doing it over 9 days from Friday the 13th to the summer solstice. And what we're doing, this is in the membership, but you can take this yourself and do it however you desire. So what we're doing is we are using thrice the sacred triple. So 3 days, 3 days, 3 days in the lead up to the summer solstice. And the first 3 days, which are now complete, we've been focusing on, firstly, developing a relationship with Anya, who is deeply associated with the summer solstice. Anya means brightness, radiance, luster. She has a sister called Grian, which is the Irish word for the sun. So she's likely a very old sun deity. And we're also working then with the light of Lu, our shining one, Lu Samaldonach. Lu is a solar deity as well, quite similar actually to Apollo, maybe in Greek tradition. And he is skilled in all of the arts. So just sharing, what he does is, well, he does many things, but one of the things that really I feel into Lou for, or I ask for guidance around, it's around the creative expression, because he is skilled in all of the creative destinies. Samuel Dawnach, that word dawn again, which means soul's calling or creative destiny, and he's skilled in all of the soul's destinies. So we've been working with Anya and Lou, and the first 3 days have been about the calcination, about handing over to the fire, giving over to the fire whatever it needs to, be taken, whatever we want to have burned, transmuted, transformed, calcified, the calcinato in alchemy. So we've been handing that over to the flame. And now today we've actually just started moving into looking at, well, when we take scope of the landscape of the ashes, what new life, what new possibilities want to emerge from that. So almost like, this is nearly like the albedo in alchemy, the purifying, cleansing transition where you're nearly sitting at the well, watching the well, looking into the well, peering into the well to see what new life, what wisdom wants to bubble up in response to the space that you've created. And then in a couple of days, then we will move into an energy of, I guess, citrinitas, of yellowing, where we want to look at, okay, so a creative desire, whatever desire has come through, coming up, bubbling up from the well. How do we give that form? How do we breathe life, breathe fire into it, breathe our desire into it so that it amplifies, and so that we can hold it as well, that we are able to, hold the flame of that desire within our hearts. So just to share a little bit about that. And if you're in the membership, we have a chat going on Substack, and it's like, it is just such a blessing. Like I'm just in awe of everybody who's sharing there. So, do join us, because it just feels like a beautiful circle of light at this time. And if you're not in the membership, you can do this ritual yourself. And if you're only starting now, you could even do it for 3 nights, do it, or 3 days, do it maybe, what would that be, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week in the lead up to the solstice. So with that said, I'm going to pull a little card now for the week. I have the Celtic Goddess Oracle by Judith Shaw. So yeah, just seeing what goddess. I'm feeling the goddess energy today. So yeah, just seeing whoever wants to come through. So as always, just closing down your eyes or taking a soft gaze and just feeling the connection of the goddess, whatever the goddess looks like, symbolizes, appears, whatever form she comes to you in. And just pouring your energy then through the goddess of the heart, through your heart space into the cards. And let's just see, yeah, what's revealed today, who wants to come through. Ooh, beautiful. Wow. So we have Rhiannon from the Mabinogion, from Welsh tradition. I love Rhiannon, and actually I have just up here inspired by Rhiannon and the song Rhiannon by Stevie Nicks. I have She Rules Her Life Like a Bird in Flight. I drew this years ago. I found it recently. And, it just, yeah, this association with Rhiannon, with, the magical birds of the other world. And just these words from Stevie Nicks, she rules her life like a bird in flight. So what would it mean to rule your life like a bird in flight, and just feeling into that question for a moment? And, Rhiannon, obviously we've got the horse symbology here. The horse is really important within Celtic mythology because the horse, we have the horse goddess like Rhiannon, like Epona, like Macha in the Irish tradition as well. But the horse is a symbol of, well, it's a symbol of that freedom of, she rules her life like a bird in flight as well. The kind of the inner wilds, the free wilds within us. But the horse is also a symbol of, transition and movement between worlds, because horses actually help us move between worlds within Irish mythology. And an example of that would be, some of you will be well familiar with the story of Niamh Kinor os Tír na nÓg. So Niamh of the golden hair, golden head from Tír na nÓg. And the story where, Oisin and her fall in love, they go off to Tír na nÓg, to the other world, and he gets homesick and wants to return. And so he rides back on her white horse, which keeps him safe. She tells him, not to come off the horse. Now, the story ends in a different way, but the horse is the more than human kin or more than human ally that helps us to move between the worlds, to move between this world and the other world. And so, today maybe, yeah, what I'm feeling is two things from Rhiannon. So just to say actually Rhiannon as well, just because it's a similar kind of phrase in Old Irish, but this kind of the energy of the great queen, but yeah, I guess what would it mean to just need to look at that quote again. Yeah. So what would it mean to rule your life like a bird in flight? Okay. And how can you tap into the symbolism of, that freedom of the bird or the horse to be able to move between worlds, to be able to go into the other world, to access new potential for your creativity and to bring that back, and that's what we're doing in the Celtic Solar Ritual. We're literally listening to Anya, listening to Lou for guidance. We're going to that place. We're freeing ourselves from logic, from all of that to actually go to that place and then to be guided back, through our creative expression, through our journaling, in the case of this ritual. So, yeah. just really feeling that beautiful energy of Rhiannon. You know, and Rhiannon faces great challenges, you know, in her life as well, and goes through a deep calcination where everything gets burnt back, you know, everything gets burnt back. And she has an incredible burden to carry because she has to carry people like a horse. But, you know, eventually the albedo comes, the new consciousness comes, you know, and she is liberated, and she liberates herself into yeah, a new reality for herself as well. So yeah, so that's what's coming through for Rhiannon today. And just a couple of notices before I forget, because this is a newsletter. I'm going to also include a link in the newsletter to an interview that I just did with the gorgeous Sam O'Donnell, right? So skilled in all of the arts, Steph Sheehan. So Steph and I met a couple of years ago when we studied Jungian psychology and art therapy together in Limerick School of Art and Design. And Steph then has become, she's gone through one of my mentoring programs, and is just a beautiful dear friend of mine. So her work is exquisite, and she did an interview with me. So I'm going to, yeah, include that in the link if anybody is interested to learn a little bit more about me and my own path of becoming, and yeah, all of it, really, all of it. But also to check out Steph's incredible body of work. It's just so diverse, and it will really fuel, and it'll just inspire you. It's just like a feast. It's literally like a feast. So check that out. And the second thing then is that the early bird for Celtic Soul Garden is still on until the summer solstice. So if you're really feeling, you know, that you want to tend to your dawn, to your creative destiny, and be given really tangible tools that you can adapt so that you can start to work with the intelligence of nature, with the Celtic seasons, to embody your craft, you know, and this may be related to your work, but it may not. It just may be for your life. You know, that this is available. The doors are open now. We begin Lunasa to Samhain, almost, you know, August to October. And, you know, it's just a really rich cauldron. Yeah, that I'd love you to cross over into if you feel the desire, and you save 100 quid before the 100 euro before the summer solstice. And then the final yeah, thing that I'd love to mention as well is that myself and my Cara, my soul friend, Aoife Loudon, we are bringing to life our Ashling Eishdana, our beautiful dream vision retreat in the Boyne Valley in October. So we will literally be by the I was going to say Bowen, but Bowen is the Irish word, by the Boyne River. Bowen is the goddess. Bowen, the river, is a goddess. And Bowen means white cow. She is this great mother energy, and we'll be going, you know, to Sheonrue, to the womb of the white cow, to Newgrange, and yeah, just on a mystical, magical adventure as part of this retreat, which is really about tapping again into the creative source within you, and being guided and supported by the goddesses and gods, you know, the deities, your mythic ancestors, and of course, this living, breathing land, this magical land that we are blessed to call home. So the waitlist is live now. So we are just going to put it out to the waitlist first. So if you want to join the waitlist, then we'll be in touch with you by the end of this week. And yeah, that's it. So I'm just wishing you every just solar blessing, just every illumination for your life as we unfold now towards the summer solstice. And so, yeah, just honoring the light of Anya, the light of Lou, the light of each one of you who bears witness to yeah, these sharings today. May the summer solstice be one of the divinest illumination. And may you rule your life like a bird in flight. So yeah, just buíochas ó Croí. Thanks a million for tuning in, and by muid a caint a rísca lua. We'll be talking again soon. Slán for now.